those questions.
Good questions. You know what, guys? We've only got time for one review in this episode, but the good news is it's a Sonic game.
Now, Bajo, I remember you weren't such a fan of the last Sonic Episode 1 game, but how do you feel about Episode 2?
Oh, as beautiful as Episode 1 was, they got the whole Sonic wrong. They got his momentum wrong. You let go of the stick and he drops straight down. That's not Sonic, and I was very upset about that. The good news is the Sonic team have fixed that with Episode 2. He's never been faster. Oh, and on top of that, they've reunited Sonic with his old friend Tails. Oh, I love Tails.
Me too.
Tails was introduced as Sonic's sidekick in the second Mega Drive game, released back in 1992. His name comes from his twin tails, which can spin like helicopter blades.
When playing as Sonic, you can call in Tails to help out whenever you need him. Tap a button and he swoops in to catch you mid-air. Then you can use his fluffy helicopter to fly around for a bit.
I love the little mid-air high five they give each other. I like that this ability lets you fly around and explore more of the levels, but I think it also completely cheapens the platforming. I'm gonna get my rant on, Hex. Oh, if you jump over something and you miss, you can just use Tails to save yourself. Where's the challenge? Worse still, what's the point of trying to jump across platforms if you can just use Tails to fly over them? This is meant to be a platformer and about speed and navigation and dexterity and timing. I did like Sonic and Tails' new combo Super Ball attack though, that was awesome.
Affirmative. By joining their powers together, Sonic and Tails become invulnerable and can blast their way through obstacles and enemies.
Oh, there's a lot I actually liked about Episode 2. The 3D backgrounds look great, and better still, they can keep up with Sonic's insane speed. And boy, do you go fast in this game. So fast that you can run on water.
Yeah, even though I'm still a little bit angry, that was pretty cool. And also carving your way through the snow, I like that a lot too. And I also liked how the trickier bits start to make sense if you just sit back and think about them for a bit. I remember at one point I was having a really tough time jumping across quicksand. Those fiendish spikes just kept stabbing me, but after a while I tried spinning up some serious speed, and boom, I breezed right across.
Not all the tough bits were cleverly designed though. On that same level I was happily flying along, and then all of a sudden I'm trapped in this silo filling with sand. The difficulty just spikes randomly, and I died a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Hex, and it's pretty common for Sonic games. The worst part is when you hit those tricky bits, you just burn through all your lives. And of course then you have to play all the way back through the super easy part of the level just to have another crack at learning how to beat the tough bits. I love a good challenge, but having something super hard at the end is just cheap. I would like to say, the boss fights, the bosses take way too much damage, so the fights just take forever. Is he dead yet? Okay, this will finish him off surely. Still going. The defining philosophy that drives Sonic games is it's meant to be about speed. And look at this, even Sonic's getting bored.
I do think you're being a little bit harsh in the game. For example, I really love that Tails' plane returns.
Ah, me too, until I started flying in it. You have to ask yourself, how did they manage to make something as exciting as standing on the wings of a plane feel so slow? And then I was just happily plodding along and this happened. Don't leave me, Tails. No!
It was nice to see that they added a two-player co-op mode where you and a friend can control Sonic and Tails together. Of course, the game's speed means that someone's usually left behind, and everyone always wants to play Sonic.
Yeah, we should wrap this up though, guys.
Yes, I do feel like I'm being a little bit harsh on Sonic here, but it's only because I love Sonic so much. And they did get a lot right here, but along with that, they seem to introduce a whole bunch of other stuff that they got wrong. So it's a mixed bag game. I think it's a bit of fun. I'm giving it 6 out of 10.
I'm pretty sure that most Ballings will have way more fun with Sonic than you did. I'm giving it 7.